The river exploded without warning. 1 second, a dinosaur stood calmly at the water's edge. Next, a gigantic armored predator burst upward from the muddy depths with jaws powerful enough to crush bone like dry wood. This was not an ordinary crocodile. It was Sarcosuchus, one of the largest crocodilian predators to ever exist. Nicknamed SuperCroc, Sarcosuchus ruled the rivers of the ancient world more than 100 million years ago during the Cretaceous period. At a time when dinosaurs dominated the land, this monstrous reptile dominated the water, and anything that came too close risked becoming food. Modern crocodiles already inspire fear. They wait silently beneath the surface, nearly invisible until the moment they strike. Now imagine a crocodile twice the length of today's largest saltwater crocs, and weighing several tons. That was Sarcosuchus. Scientists estimate the creature could grow up to 40 feet long and weigh as much as 8 tons. Its skull alone stretched nearly 6 feet in length, filled with over 100 massive teeth designed for gripping and crushing prey. The sheer scale of the animal is difficult to comprehend. A fully grown Sarcosuchus was longer than a city bus and heavier than many modern elephants. It possessed thick armored skin covered in bony plates called osteoderms, creating natural protection across much of its body. This was not simply a large reptile. It was a living tank. Sarcosuchus lived in what is now North Africa during a time when the region looked completely different from the deserts seen today. Vast river systems, wetlands, forests, and floodplains covered the landscape, supporting enormous populations of fish, reptiles, and dinosaurs. It was the perfect hunting ground for an ambush predator. Like modern crocodilians, Sarcosuchus likely spent much of its time partially submerged in rivers and swamps, waiting patiently for prey to approach the water. Its eyes and nostrils sat high on the skull, allowing it to remain almost entirely hidden beneath the surface while still watching and breathing. Then came the attack. With explosive speed, the giant reptile could launch itself from the water and clamp its jaws around prey before the victim fully understood the danger. Once trapped, escape became nearly impossible. Scientists believe Sarcosuchus probably fed on giant fish regularly, but evidence suggests it may also have attacked dinosaurs that wandered too close to riverbanks. And that possibility changes everything. Dinosaurs are usually imagined as unstoppable rulers of the prehistoric world. But near the rivers controlled by Sarcosuchus, even dinosaurs had reason to fear the water. Imagine a massive herbivorous dinosaur lowering its head to drink, while dozens of smaller animals gather nearby. The surface appears calm. Dragonflies hover above the water. The air feels heavy with heat. Then suddenly, chaos erupts. A gigantic armored predator explodes upward with terrifying force, seizing the dinosaur's leg or neck before dragging it violently toward deeper water. This hunting strategy still exists today. Modern crocodiles kill prey using ambush attacks, drowning techniques, and crushing bites. Sarcosuchus likely used similar methods, but on a scale almost impossible to imagine. Its jaws were especially powerful. Although its bite force may not have matched later giant crocodilians like Dinosuchus, Sarcosuchus possessed enormous strength combined with incredible reach. Fossil evidence shows its snout was long and broad, filled with conical teeth ideal for gripping slippery prey. At the end of the snout sat a strange, rounded structure called a bulla. Scientists still debate its purpose. Some believe it may have helped amplify sound, detect vibrations, or attract mates. Others think it played a role in smell or pressure sensing. Whatever its exact function, the structure adds even more mystery to an already terrifying predator. One fascinating aspect of Sarcosuchus is how slowly it probably grew. Studies of fossilized growth rings suggest the animal continued growing throughout much of its life, similar to modern crocodilians. That means the oldest individuals may have reached truly enormous sizes after decades of survival, and surviving that long required dominance. Very few predators would dare challenge a fully grown Sarcosuchus. Large theropod dinosaurs existed during the same period, but near water, the SuperCroc held the advantage. Heavy armor protected its body while its aquatic lifestyle allowed rapid attacks from hidden positions. The rivers belonged to it. Scientists discovered Sarcosuchus fossils primarily in the Sahara Desert, particularly in Niger. Ironically, the scorching dry sands of today preserve evidence of an ancient ecosystem once overflowing with life. The fossils themselves are astonishing. Some skulls remain so large that paleontologists standing beside them appear tiny by comparison. Seeing those remains in museums immediately changes one's perspective about prehistoric life. The ancient world was filled with creatures beyond imagination. Sarcosuchus was not alone among giant crocodilians either. Throughout Earth's history, enormous crocodile relatives evolved multiple times. Creatures like Dinosaurs and Purosaurus later became massive apex predators in their own ecosystems. But Sarcosuchus remains especially famous because it lived alongside dinosaurs during one of the most dramatic periods in Earth's history. And unlike many dinosaurs, crocodilians proved incredibly resilient over time. Modern crocodiles are distant relatives of these ancient giants, meaning part of that prehistoric design still survives today. Their ambush tactics, armored bodies, powerful jaws, and stealth hunting strategies changed surprisingly little over millions of years. That fact alone is chilling. The crocodiles alive today are already among nature's most efficient predators. Now imagine those same instincts placed inside a reptile 40 feet long. It is no surprise that Sarcosuchus continues to capture the public imagination. Part of its fascination comes from contrast. Dinosaurs dominate most prehistoric stories, yet Sarcosuchus reminds us that danger also waited in the rivers. Predators existed everywhere. Land, sea, and water edges all contained specialized hunters that evolved perfectly for survival. Another reason people remain fascinated by Sarcosuchus is psychological. Humans naturally fear hidden predators. A charging lion can be seen. A roaring dinosaur announces itself. But crocodilian hunters remain silent until the final second. That hidden danger creates deep instinctive fear, especially near dark water. Sarcosuchus represents that fear at maximum scale. Imagine standing near a prehistoric river, knowing something larger than a truck might be watching invisibly beneath the surface. Even giant dinosaurs would hesitate. Despite its terrifying reputation, Sarcosuchus eventually disappeared like countless prehistoric creatures before it. Environmental changes, shifting ecosystems, competition, and evolution continuously reshape life on Earth. No predator rules forever. But for millions of years, Sarcosuchus thrived as one of the dominant hunters of ancient waterways. Its existence also reveals something important about prehistoric ecosystems. The ancient world was far more dangerous and competitive than many people realize. Every environment contained specialized predators adapted for killing efficiently. Survival required constant awareness because death could emerge from forests, skies, oceans, or rivers without warning. Sarcosuchus perfectly embodied that brutal balance. A patient hunter, a living fortress, a reptilian giant hidden beneath ancient waters. Even today, researchers continue studying Sarcosuchus fossils to better understand how it moved, hunted, and evolved. Computer modeling helps scientists estimate their swimming abilities, bite mechanics, and overall behavior. Some believe the giant reptile spent most of its time in freshwater environments, while others suggest it may occasionally have traveled through coastal areas as well. Its body design indicates a powerful swimmer despite its massive size. A muscular tail likely propelled the animal through water with surprising speed, while strong limbs helped maneuver through muddy river systems and shallow wetlands. Although probably slower on land than smaller crocodilians, Sarcosuchus would have remained terrifyingly dangerous near shorelines. One interesting question scientists debate is exactly how often Sarcosuchus hunted dinosaurs. Some researchers believe fish made up the majority of their diet because of their long snout shape, which resembles fish-eating crocodilians today. Others argue that an animal so enormous would almost certainly have taken advantage of dinosaur prey whenever possible. The truth may be somewhere between both ideas. Like modern crocodiles, Sarcosuchus was likely opportunistic. It probably hunted whatever prey offered the best chance of success, whether giant fish, reptiles, smaller animals, or dinosaurs drinking at the water's edge. That flexibility may have helped it survive for millions of years. Another fascinating detail involves its appearance. Many artistic reconstructions show Sarcosuchus covered in dark, rugged scales with yellow eyes barely visible above murky water. While exact colors remain unknown, its armor and sheer size alone would have created a terrifying sight. Imagine hearing heavy splashing in an ancient river and watching a gigantic reptilian head slowly rise from the water. That was the nightmare many prehistoric animals likely faced. Today, Sarcosuchus stands as one of the clearest reminders that the age of dinosaurs was not only ruled by giant land predators. The waterways held monsters of their own, and among them, few were more intimidating than the massive crocodile known as SuperCroc. If you enjoyed exploring the terrifying world of prehistoric predators, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment below which ancient creature you want to see next.